This is just AMZN for Thursday, July 15th, 2021. So I've got both Wednesday and Thursday on here because I just thought the opens look so similar. It's kind of crazy. So we closed here Tuesday, gapped way up here for an open, sold off, came back up and retested that same level, and then kind of went sideways and then lower. And you got similar, you got a gap up that's not as big, a really big opening candle, retest right back up to the same level. Didn't really go sideways for very long, and then just lower, retest, lower, and then we just went sideways for like hours. So the only real move of the day was really from right up in here, or actually, really up here, all the way down to like about 36.20 down to this low. I mean, this could have been played bearish. This could have been played bearish. There were some moves through here. This is the only one that the RSI got oversold, and that does not look like a double top sort of shape. This and this didn't even get to overbought. I'm sorry, I said oversold. This is the only one that got to overbought. These didn't get to overbought, but they do kind of have that double bottom shape. Both of these kind of do. And it go lower from there. This just wasn't fitting what I was looking for. So anyway, but yeah, just comparing, the opens, it just seems like, wow, this is almost a repeat, gap up and roll over, gap up and roll over, at least partly, and I guess I would say, what is that, 10, almost 11 o'clock? Yeah, like from the open to 11 o'clock, it's just going lower. From the open till 11 o'clock, it's just going lower. Both days, after 11 o'clock, we got a nice bounce yesterday. After 11 o'clock, we got a little bounce, but mostly just sideways. And really, this was the low. So here's where we've consolidated. We'll see if we do actually continue to break down tomorrow. This is 5 daily candles in a row. We could definitely come down here to the red line, to the 21 exponential. The red line is the old all-time high. The 21, it's creeping up here. Yeah, I mean, this could totally pull back a little bit more. So 5 bearish candles in a row. Last time we did that was right back here. And then if we zoom out, too far out, we've done that. We've done 5 in a row here from kind of an all-time high or recent high. One of these peaks here. Obviously, we're above that. So this is all just a retest of a breakout. But we've had some of these times where we'll go and put in a bunch of bearish candles in a row as it's pulling back. So this is not surprising. It can keep doing this. And obviously today is the first time we've actually really taken out the 5. So this uptrend is broken. That's what happened here. Like we're trending above the 5 all through here, and then the next candle right here broke, and then you got another one that pulled back a little bit further. We could have that happen here. So this is the first candle breaking. We could have another one pull down a little bit more, just like this, go sideways and chop around just like this did for a few more days right above the 21. I mean, that could be this right through here, and get a nice base put in here right at the old all-time high. So it'd be retesting, old resistance as new support, and then go higher and do another one of these breakouts. Entirely possible. So that's the daily. Back to the 5. We can take a look at the options to see, could you have been buying a put way up in here, anticipating maybe it'll do the same thing as yesterday? Yeah, totally. So here's the put. This is the 3,500 put. It put in a low right at about 10, which is my favorite setup. Buying at 10. So a limit buy of $10, a stop at $9, and a target, because it's a Thursday, a target is at 4R, which would be 14. So if I had set this up, I could have been in on this candle at 10, or even gotten maybe a little bit of positive slippage, gotten filled at 990, which was the low. 10 was the low on this candle. So let's say got in at 10, and then the target of 14, that would have filled this candle, possibly, or this candle. Either one. That's a great fill. This was the initial rollover, and then it pulled back, and then it rolled over again. And that rollover didn't even touch the 21 here. So let's just zoom in on today. Get the candles how I like to see them. There we go. Okay. So I was just pointing out buying at 10 at that point right there. There you go. And then selling at 14. That would have been that one. So that would have been like that candle. And then it retested and didn't even touch the 21. Man, that would have been just great to short right off the 21. But that it still pulled back into 12 right in here, which pulled back a little bit past this low. So it pulled right back up into that price. So again, old resistance, new support. In this case, old support is now new resistance. And so that's where we rolled over. Option worked a little different. So we pulled back below the $12 price, or I'm sorry, $13 price down to 12, and put in a really nice kind of sideways activity in here. So I've got it all covered up, but it was sideways long enough that you could really set something up that, okay, we'll get in our breakout 13. Looks like that's a 13 low and a stop down at 12. It's possible to do. The other thing, you can just look at another option. An option that's a little less expensive. So let's see, 34.50. Is this too crazy? Yeah, it's a little less volume there. I was hoping to see 10 by 9, but it's a little different. What if we got another week? Let's go back 3,300 maybe. Nope, there's like nothing going on there. I guess this week. Where are we at? 3,600 maybe. What was going on this week? Where's the start of Thursday? Here we go. What happened to this week? So here's your high on the put around like 758, and it pulls back a little bit past that. Oh, it pulled further down. So again, it pulled much further past this level. These candles, some are around $1, a little more than $1. This still would have been tough to get a $100 risk right here and just kind of bracket that for a breakout. Still had a really nice gain. So this would have been getting in at like 6. I don't know if I would have been 6 by 5 could have worked here. I'm anticipating it to touch the 21. It didn't do that. So I wanted a little more room for it to wick down, or my entry's at 5 and I missed it. I guess if you waited for the breakout and then this retest, then you're buying at 7 and a stop at 6. I don't like that. So I don't know if this one would have worked. 35.50 this week. Oh, that's really inexpensive. You're not going to have a great move, but you had some nice sized candles. So this is buying at like 250. And you can still trade this. Buy at 250, just buy like 2 of them, 250 by 2, and get 2 of them for $100 risk, instead of 1 with $100 risk, that kind of thing. And then scale up, So that's why I like the $100 risk thing, because it's so easy to scale. You just multiply. If your risk is 200, 300, 1,000, 10,000, you just buy that many more. That makes up that risk value. So if you had bought 2 of these to have $50 risk on each of them, then you need 450 as a target, right? And it made it to 450, made it past it. So that would have worked. Would have gotten 4R on that. So anyway, there's some different ways to play this. It's just a matter of finding the right size candles, the right size risk. So the ones for this current week just move so fast. I've lost so much playing those. If we look back, was it 3,600? No, not 3,600. 3,500 next week. Is that where we were? Yeah, 12. If we go, now we'll leave it at that. So that's the put, and then it just chopped around, really chopped around. Had a nice gain there. And the call really just didn't do much. This call didn't. Put a little bit of a base down here. You could have been scalping off of that, but nothing was like a really decent move. An R or 2 in some of these. And those are just rallies back up to the 21 until really this point where we got above the 21 a little bit. But every time we sold off, we did come back. Oh, except this one. This, we came back to the 21. Oops. Didn't mean to do that. So it was more of a selling day, obviously. Made the big move here going down, continued down to there. Any of these breakdowns were just retesting back up to the 21, except this came back and touched the 21. That kind of double bottomed here and then touched the 21 here. And then we got through it. So, if you had a bearish mindset coming off of yesterday, gap up, sold off, retested back to the high, and then ultimately still went lower. Same thing today, we just didn't retest as high, didn't put in a new high after this initial sell-off. We did that yesterday, didn't need to do it again today. But the opens were nice yesterday and today, really similar. So hope that's something that covering yesterday, where some folks were able to play that again today. So hope this helps. This is just AMZN. Thanks.